I saw something funny this weekend. I went to the park early on Sunday, and almost everyone was trying to relax. Some people were doing yoga, some were meditating, and others were listening to relaxing music. But the strange thing was that nobody looked calm.
Maybe they were trying to recover from a stressful week. A lot of people spend 5 busy days waiting for one quiet morning.
Exactly. Some people looked like they were taking an exam called How to Relax Correctly.
Actually, that says a lot about modern life. Even rest can become stressful.
We spend 5 busy days waiting for one quiet morning, and then we spend that morning trying to relax perfectly.
Which creates even more pressure.
And that's why today we're asking, is a stress-free life possible?
Hello and welcome back, everyone. I'm Stasy.
And I'm Mike, glad to be here with you again.
My answer is yes. I think the calmer your life is, the happier and healthier you'll be. Most of our daily stress isn't necessary.
My answer is different. I think some stress is necessary. Without it, people stop challenging themselves. When was the last time you felt stressed?
Yesterday, I couldn't find an important document. I searched everywhere, and after a few minutes, I started imagining the worst.
What did you think?
I thought I had lost it forever. I imagined problems at work and all the things I would have to do. Then I found it on my desk.
So the problem wasn't real.
Exactly. But the stress was real. My brain created a difficult situation before anything bad happened.
That happens to me too. Last week, I thought I'd lost my wallet. I checked every pocket and even looked around my apartment. I was already thinking about blocking my cards. Then I found it in my backpack.
This is the kind of stress I want people to reduce. We spend so much energy worrying about things that never happen.
I agree, but I think there are other kinds of stress.
Like what?
A few years ago, I had to give a presentation at work. There were many people in the room, and I was terrified. My hands were shaking. I wanted to finish as quickly as possible.
Did you want to cancel?
Honestly, yes, but I didn't. I prepared more, practiced more, and gave the presentation. After it was over, I felt proud.
Why?
Because I did something difficult.
Not because you were stressed.
Maybe the stress helped me take it seriously.
Maybe, but I think the important part was your preparation and your action. The stress was just a feeling you experienced.
Let me give another example. Imagine someone moves to another country. They need to learn a new language, find a job, make friends, and create a new life. That sounds stressful.
It definitely can be.
But many people say that experiences like this make them stronger.
I agree, but I think they become stronger because they adapt, learn, and solve problems.
Isn't stress part of that process?
Sometimes. But stress itself doesn't create growth. Imagine 2 people move to another country. The first person feels nervous, but starts speaking to people, makes mistakes, and learns. The second person feels nervous and avoids every conversation because they are afraid. They experience the same stress, but only one of them grows.
That's a good point.
The difference is what they do.
Okay, but I still believe some pressure pushes people forward. Let me tell you about a friend of mine. He studied English for years but was afraid to speak. He watched videos, learned vocabulary, and studied grammar. But every time he met someone who spoke English, he said, "My English is not good enough."
That's very common.
Then he got a job where he had to use English in meetings. Before his first meeting, he was extremely nervous.
What happened?
He made mistakes. He forgot some words, but people understood him. After that, he became much more confident.
That's a great example.
Because stress helped him?
No, because he finally stopped avoiding the challenge.
But here's my concern. If people always try to remove stress, won't they start avoiding difficult things?
Some people might, but many people think constant stress is normal. They answer work messages late at night. They never take breaks. They feel guilty when they rest. They believe being exhausted means they are successful.
I have to admit my phone creates a lot of unnecessary stress.
Mine too.
Sometimes I open my phone to answer one message. 20 minutes later, I'm reading bad news, looking at other people's lives, and wondering why I'm not doing more.
That's the problem with social media, and it's newer than most stress. Years ago, people compared themselves only to their neighbors.
And now I compare myself to the whole world before breakfast.
And the whole world always looks happier than you because people only post the good parts. The phone becomes a small stress machine we carry in our pocket.
Let me give another example. A few years ago, I started running. At first, I hated it. Every time I went outside, I thought, why am I doing this? My body was tired and I wasn't very good.
Did you quit?
Almost. But I decided to give it a chance. I trained regularly and slowly it became easier. Later, I ran a marathon.
That's a perfect example of a challenge. But what helped you succeed?
Practice.
Exactly. Not stress. Action.
Let's talk about someone who experienced a lot of pressure. Simone Biles. She's one of the greatest gymnasts in history. She stepped away from competition when the pressure became too much.
I think that was a powerful decision. She showed that even strong people have limits.
I agree, but I also think her story shows that difficult moments don't mean we should give up forever. She recovered and came back.
Yes, but she came back because she took care of herself first.
Anyway, I believe a meaningful life includes stress because important goals are rarely easy.
But look at what she did. She noticed the stress and she made a choice. She said no and she stepped away. That is exactly the thing I keep talking about. You see her story as proof that stress finds everyone. I see it as proof that we can choose what we do with it.
Okay, I understand stress is bad for us, but how can we get rid of it?
Can I tell you what actually works? Not magic. Small, boring things.
Please, I clearly need help.
Sleep is the first one. When I sleep badly, every little problem feels twice as big. When I sleep well, the same problem feels normal.
That one I feel in my own life. After a bad night, a short email suddenly feels like a disaster.
The second one is saying no. Most of my stress used to come from saying yes to everything. Every favor, every plan, every message.
But saying no is hard. You don't want to let people down.
I know, but every yes is also a no to your own rest. When I started saying no more often, half of my stress was simply gone.
Wait, you removed half of your stress just by saying no?
Close to it. Most of my stress wasn't a broken car. It was 15 small yeses I never wanted to say.
Here is where I land. A stress-free life is not real, and chasing it will only stress you more. Don't try to delete stress. Use the good kind and stop fearing the rest.
I like that. Keep the stress that comes from things you care about. Drop the stress that comes from things you never chose.
Now, we want to hear from you. What is the one stress you would remove from your life today if you could?
Tell us in the comments. We read them all.
And if you're having your own empty, terrible, stress-free Sunday right now, I understand you completely. Go find one small thing to do.
Take care of yourselves this week, everyone. Be a little kinder to your own mind.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.